Alright, what's up? So we're going to analyze the new Breakout rewards. Alright, so first let's look at what's changed. So this is taken from the forums itself. So it's choose a legendary cookie or pet you want. After the rework, you'll no longer receive a witch jar, but instead you will get more crystals you can use any way you want. And if you reach Diamond rank 5, you'll get to pick a legendary of your choice. So Diamond 5 episode 1 is a legendary cookie that appears in episode 1. Diamond rank 5 in episode 2 is a legend pet that appears in episode 2. So with this change, we want to give you more control over the rewards, and rather than giving out random cookies and pets that you might not want or need. New ranks based on relative results, with new cookies, pets, and treasures being frequently released in high scores, evolving regularly. It's become so easy to get the highest rainbow rank that some players can even reach the episode 1 as little as 3 cookies. Whoops, that's me, my bad. So, we're just going to look at this right now. So the key points that we're going to look at are 1, you get more crystals. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at the total crystal amount. And then we're next going to look at more control over your rewards. And we got rid of the random cookies and pets you might not want or need. We're going to have a look at that and see, is it really that good of a change? Alright, first up, let's analyze the old Witch Jars of Wonder. This is top grade, okay? We're talking about top grade right here. This was the 250 million you needed in episode 1. So the old one, we got 2,000 crystals. We got 700,000 coins. We got 169 commons, 214 rares, 67 epics, 3 treasures, and 1 legend cookie. Alright, so as we can see, it's very random what we got, whether it was pet or cookie, if it was epic treasure or rare treasure. And we can see that the legend also was randomized. I'm pretty sure we could we get Wind Archer as well from random? I think we might have done, but they removed that because now it's only episode 1 legends that appear, you know. But you get to choose it, so there you go. So, yes, it's random for if we look at like the amount of pets we got or the cookies got, the numbers did vary, but the number of epics in total and the rares and the commons and the treasures, everything was what's that word I'm looking for? Everything was fixed. All right, it was just what you got, whether it was like more cookies than pets or whatever, that bit was entirely random. So getting rid of the randomness of that was quite good, in the way that, oh, if you're chasing Kumiho cookies, then you're hoping that your witch jar, whatever, is like, oh, please give me Kumiho cookies, but oh, you've not maxed Karo cookie, you've not maxed Wasabi cookie, so you might get those instead. Once you maxed it, I found that it didn't give you the maxed ones if you had other stuff that wasn't maxed. So if your wizard was maxed but like 4 of the cookies weren't, the chances of getting those 4 of the cookies was much higher than getting a dupe of the wizard. Alright, it was that kind of thing. Because I used to wait for this jar. If you remember, that I had quite a lot of videos, I used to wait. Because I knew that when a new cookie got released, and then with a new pet, that if I opened this jar, I was guaranteed to get it, and I would get 67 collectively. You know, I might get like 30 pets, 30 cookies or whatever. I'll be guaranteed to get those pretty much like the 2 new ones, the new cookie and the new pet together. Alright, I was pretty much guaranteed that. And that's how, so I think in a way that randomness is only present until a certain point. Sure, free-to-play players or people just starting the game have a higher chance of it being random. But then eventually it starts to peter out and it became more streamlined, and you kind of focus on, oh, I know I'm going to get this and that. But there you go. And then all the things that you'd already maxed, if they did appear, you got coins. Not always bad. Coins are always good. especially if you've still got other stuff to upgrade, like treasures are expensive, legends are expensive. it gets expensive for coins. So having the randomness there and you go, oh, I got dupes, but I ended up with 100,000 free coins. Is that really that bad? Oh no, I don't think it was really. And it really does kind of help to build up a small bank of coins. Right then. So let's analyze the total crystal worth of the old witch jar. So we got 2,000 given crystals, alright? With coins we got 700,000. If we were to buy 700,000's worth of coins, we would have to spend, so 300,000, 300,000, 50, 50. So that's 500, 500, 100, 100, 1,200 crystals, alright? That's 1,200 crystals we need to spend in order to buy the amount of coins that we were given for free before. Alright, next we're going to look at our epics and rares. So epics we got 67 and rares was 214. So one special cookie chest gives 230. Alright, and from that is a guaranteed 40 epics and a guaranteed 190 rares. So even if we open one of these, we are still not quite there at our total amount covered by the witch jar, which means we have to actually buy a cookie one and a pet one because they are random in what you got. You got a mixture of cookie and pets. So in order to balance it, we would have to technically buy one of each of the special one. Alright, so and each one gives a guaranteed amount of the same. So if you buy the cookie one, you get guaranteed 40. Buy the pet one, guaranteed 40 for epics. 190 rares, 190 rares for both. Alright, so you end up with more rares and more epics, but epics wise, you're not gaining that many. You're gaining 13. Rares, you do gain quite a lot. You're gaining like 180 rares or so. But in order to kind of average it out, you'd have to buy one of each. Alright? So that would mean you are spending about 4,800 crystals just on those two chests themselves. Common wise, I know we got 169 commons, but I didn't actually include it in the crystal amount because commons can be bought with coins. They can also be gotten quite relatively easy from the free chests and lucky jars and things like that. So I think the commons that you lose are kind of covered through the variety of other chests and through other things that you can do in the game. So next we're going to analyze the treasures. So we'd get 3. For getting the top jar, you got 3. So 3 pulls is 190, which gives us a total of 570 crystals. Alright, so let's conclude this old witch jar. So we were given 2,000 crystals. The 700,000 coins were worth 1,200, excluded the commons. I mean, you can add a few if you want for that. But our rares and our epics for buying one special cookie and one special pet chest came to about 4,800. Our 3 treasures at 570. And our legend cookie that we were given, the mileage for buying one legend cookie is 5,000, which gives us a total of 13,570 crystals worth of goods within that one witch jar. So let's move on to the new system. Alright, Breakout 1. So we're going to look at guaranteed rewards. Yes, you can get in like the top 10%, top 1%, etc. But those numbers will fluctuate. They will go up. You'll go up and down all the time. Depending, the more people that run, they get high, then you get pushed down. The more people run, they get lower, then you get pushed up. So we're going to look at the guaranteed rewards for a certain score. So Breakout 1, 250 million will get you guaranteed 1,500 crystals and a choice of legend between Sea Fairy, Fire Spirit, or Dark Enchantress. Alright, and the same goes for Breakout 2, looking at the guaranteed rewards. So you need 300 million for the top guaranteed. This is 2,000 crystals with a choice of legendary pet of Magma Bird or the Golem. Alright, so let's analyze that. So our Breakout 1 was 250 million with 1,500. Legend Cookie is worth 5,000. Breakout 2, 300 million score was 2,000 with one Legend Pet with 3,500 in mileage points, giving us a total of 12,000. So let's compare. The old worth was 13,570. The new worth was 12,000, which already gives us 1,570 less crystals worth, you know? And that's not even taking into account the commons that you lose. So that could be closer to like maybe like 2,000, but it's still less. However, we have to look at the other angle. The old system of actual spendable crystals from the witch jar was 2,000. In this one, the new system, the actual spending crystals is 3,500. So we can see now where the extra 1,500 is gone. It's gone into the spendable. So now if we take that up, we're actually only 70 less. Minus in the comments. But you have gained a legend pet. Is this legend pet worth the loss of the commons, rares, epics, treasures, and coins? If we look at the 1,500 crystals we have, yes, you have gained that, but that one extra 1,500 giving you 3,500. That 3,500 will not allow you to open a special cookie chest, a special pet chest, 3 treasures, and buy 700,000 coins. All right. So, is it really better? I don't know. If from a point of view where getting other cookies and getting like commons, epics, rares, cookies and pets is easier than getting a legend. So from the point of getting a legend pet now, it's better. You know, like that's 3,500 crystals you don't have to spend. Especially if you've maxed everything. If you've maxed everything already, then you're spending crystals for no reason. However, if you still have cookies and pets to get to then max, then your mileage points can be used for the legend pets. But that swings in roundabouts because you might not want to spend those mileage points on legend stuff. You might want to spend it on the current meta cookies like pomegranate and kumiho and stuff like that. So, it's hard. It's hard. It's really difficult to analyze whether it is actually worth it. But I don't know. Going off the point of view for coins wise, it's definitely a loss. It's definitely a loss for coins. Because I think a lot of people have probably maxed their commons and a few rares. So if they got that, they could have been banking maybe close to 1 million coins every breakout, which can be really useful for upgrading the rares and the epics and your treasures and everything else you've got to upgrade. You know what I mean? So, it is difficult to think. It's difficult to say whether it's better or worse. Both sides have their positives, but going off the crystal worth, it's worse. You're actually losing stuff. Because at the end of the day, even though they say, oh, we're reducing the amount of cookies and pets that we give you, so you might not get stuff you don't want or you don't need. Yeah, but then you open a chest because you think, oh, I want to get this cookie, but that thing is only a higher chance. There's no guarantee you're gonna get. Oh, I want Kumiho, so I'm gonna put her in my increased chance slots. I've seen people that have put the current meta cookies in those slots and got nothing. They've opened like 2 chests, and they've got each chest they've got 0 of the rate up cookies, and so in a way you might as well just had a random cookie. You know what I mean? You might as well just had a couple randoms. You still received more or less the same amount as you would have got out of a witch jar. But yeah, there you go. What are you gonna do? Obviously, I have not forgotten about the other rewards. So in Breakout 1, if you get in the top 1%, you're getting 2,000 crystals. If in Breakout 2 you get in the top 1%, you're getting 2,500. So there is still 1,000 crystals up for grabs. But getting into that into that grade is so difficult for a lot of players. So that's why I base the stuff off the guaranteed amounts. Also, if you've got a maxed legend and you choose the legend, you actually get 400,000 coins, which isn't so bad. But I would choose, if I had a legend not maxed, I would obviously choose that legend that isn't maxed. I wouldn't choose an already maxed legend just to get 400,000 coins if I still had others to max. Alright, but those are my thoughts, and that's my comparison on the old system versus the new system. Tell me your thoughts, or which one you prefer, or whatever in the comments. And that is it from me for this video. Until next time, bye bye.